I'm going to show you how to make Mexican beans that is going to flip your whole family out. Anybody that comes to visit you, this is amazing.
Everybody loves to travel. Most of us love adventure. My wife and I would talk about traveling.
One day, we both looked at each other and said, let's just do it. We sold our house and liquidated most of our belongings.
We bought a fifth wheel, loaded up the dogs, and hit the road. We invite you to join us on our journey. The Captain and Michelle Road Trip.
You can do just all pintos, you can do all black beans, you can do a combination. I always like to do a combination. I do some kidney beans, I do some pinto beans, I do some black beans.
Put the beans in a pot and cover with plenty of water. You will be cooking most of this water out. Next, you'll add some great seasoning. I've used different combinations of seasonings before, but here are the staples: chili powder, salt, pepper, cumin, and a flavorful adobo seasoning. I didn't have any paprika at the time, but I usually add that too, and a bay leaf. Now for the heat. We love to cook for our neighbors, and today is one of those days. They are not heat nuts like I am, so I have to temper it. If I was making these beans for us, then I'd be happy to add a fresh ghost pepper or a scorpion pepper. Today, I'm gonna use chili powder. This is a collection of dried super hot peppers. Just a pinch or so will do for our guests. The heat brings out so much flavor in the entire dish. Next, we'll take several cloves of garlic, minced, and into the pot. Fresh cilantro, chopped, and in we go. My secret ingredient is dill pickle. Chop a few pickles up and add some pickle juice. This adds an amazing tangy acid that blends beautifully into the mix. I also use the juice of a fresh squeezed lime or two. Next up, add a few chopped tomatoes. As anything, this is to your preference. It's not gonna hurt to add 3 tomatoes or 5 tomatoes. Same with most of these ingredients. I always cook by feel, so there is never a precise measurement for me. I also add a sweet pepper. These offer a nice natural sweetness to counter the heat. Cooking anything is all about balance. Then add about a half of an onion. Save some onion and sweet pepper to the side for the meat. Now, you'll want to stew this gorgeous mixture for a couple of hours on a medium to low simmer. The goal here is to cook out the water and cook out the tasty bean gravy. At this point, you can add some seasonings to taste. If you want a thicker gravy, you can add water as you go and cook a little longer. Once you have cooked out most of the liquid, it's time to manipulate the beans. You still want the mixture to be sloshy because as you mash the beans, it will continue to soak up water. There are 3 choices. You can leave the beans whole, you can mash the beans with a hand masher, or you can puree the beans. A nice puree will create a perfect texture that can be used as an amazing bean dip for chips as well. You could stop there and make delicious bean burritos, but we're going to fry up some ground pork. You'll use all the same dry seasonings you used in the beans. Start off with salt and pepper first. You want these two to flavor the meat from the ground up as part of the base of flavor. Then add some sweet pepper, onion, and even more cilantro if you wish. I would recommend against adding tomato to the meat because it adds too much liquid. After you give this a quick stir, it's a good idea to let the bottom of the meat fry for a little bit. Ground pork and beef will sweat. You want to sear those juices in. Let it fry the bottom for a good 3 minutes on a medium to high heat. Then add your dry seasonings to the top. Stir fry it up until it's cooked. Drain the excess liquid. Delicious. Get all of your burrito toppings ready. We are using fresh cilantro, red onion, green onion, homemade guacamole, fresh tomato, and instead of sour cream, we always use Greek yogurt. It offers exactly what sour cream offers, but tastes better and is much healthier. The end result is mouth-watering. This burrito is all kinds of yumminess. When I finish cooking a dish, if I can't say Shazam out loud, then it's not going into my mouth. Please feel free to leave us some feedback in the comments section below.